Hey guys, Frank Gallo, your favorite contract corporate pilot, coming to you again today with another very interesting aviation related video. Now, before I get into it, I need you to go over there and hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. It'll remind you each and every time there's a new video. Please also leave a respectful comment, be it positive or negative. I'd like to know what you're thinking. Now, remember, my short-term goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers, and I need your help with that. Share it with all of your friends. Tell them to subscribe. It's free, and it's really good aviation information. Now, let's move on to what we're going to talk about today. One of the worst accidents in aviation history. Over 500 people died on this terrible day, and my condolences go out to all of the families of the passengers and the crew members that perished on that terrible day. Guys, one misunderstood word, one miscommunication, that's all it took to lead to this horrible accident. A lot of things changed after that. But let's go to the video and tell me what you think in the comments.
Tenerife airport disaster, which occurred on March 27, 1977, is the deadliest aviation accident in history. It involved two Boeing 747 jumbo jets operated by KLM and Pan Am colliding on the runway at Los Rodeos Airport, now Tenerife North Airport, in the Canary Islands, Spain. The disaster resulted in 583 fatalities, making it a pivotal event in aviation safety history. Background. At the time, Los Rodeos Airport was not equipped to handle the increased air traffic caused by a terrorist incident at Gran Canaria Airport, leading to the diversion of numerous flights to Tenerife. The involved aircraft were KLM Flight 4805, a Boeing 747-200, registration PH-BUF, commanded by Captain Jacob Veldhuizen van Zanten, with First Officer Klaas Meurs and Flight Engineer Willem Schroeder. Captain Van Zanten was a highly experienced pilot with a reputation for excellence. At the time of the accident, he had over 11,000 flight hours, including more than 2,000 on the Boeing 747. Pan Am Flight 1736, a Boeing 747-100, registration N736PA, commanded by Captain Victor J. Grubbs, with First Officer Robert Bragg and Flight Engineer. Grubbs had substantial experience with over 18,000 flight hours, but the Pan Am crew was not as experienced with the Boeing 747 compared to KLM's crew. Sequence of events. Diversion to Tenerife. Both flights were diverted to Tenerife due to a terrorist incident at Gran Canaria, leading to congested conditions at the airport. Ground operations. Upon landing in Tenerife, the aircraft were refueled and held on the taxiway. KLM Flight 4805 began to taxi to the runway for departure, while Pan Am Flight 1736 was taxied back to the runway to hold short. Miscommunication. As KLM prepared for takeoff, there was a series of misunderstandings between the KLM crew and Air Traffic Control, ATC. The ATC was overburdened due to the increased workload, and a key piece of information regarding the runway clearance was misheard. The collision. The KLM crew, mistakenly believing they had received clearance to take off, began their takeoff roll on the same runway that Pan Am was still occupying. The Pan Am aircraft, holding short of the runway, was in the path of the KLM's takeoff. Impact. The collision occurred after the KLM aircraft began its takeoff, resulting in the KLM aircraft colliding with the Pan Am aircraft. The impact caused a massive explosion, resulting in the deaths of all 248 passengers and crew aboard the KLM flight and 335 passengers and crew aboard the Pan Am flight. Aftermath. The disaster had profound effects on aviation regulations and procedures, leading to improvements in communication protocols and cockpit resource management. It also reinforced the need for clearer language in aviation operations, resulting in changes to training programs and standard operating procedures worldwide. The disaster served as a crucial lesson in human factors in aviation, highlighting the importance of effective communication among cockpit crew members and air traffic control. Conclusion: the Tenerife airport disaster stands as a stark reminder of the human and systemic errors that can lead to catastrophic outcomes in aviation. The pilots, Captain Van Zanten and Captain Grubbs, along with their respective crews, faced an unprecedented situation that ended tragically due to a combination of miscommunication, misunderstandings, and the chaotic conditions at Los Rodeos Airport that day.
Guys, I hope you found that video interesting. It was very interesting for me as I was putting it together and presenting it to you. And I learned a lot from it. It's very sad that all of those people died to have to teach us a lesson. But one miscommunication, one misheard word is all it takes. And something like this happens. Back in 1977 at Tenerife Airport, KLM, Pan Am, over 500 people perished on that day. The only possible positive thing that can come from an incident like this is that we learn from it. We improve how we do things in aviation. Standard operating procedures, communications, and cockpit resource management has come a long way since then. Now, please, I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit that subscribe button. I need you to hit the bell to remind you each and every time there's a new video. Remember that we're trying to get to my short-term goal of 5,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We need a little bit of help to be pushed over the finish line. So I need you guys to share it with your friends and tell them to subscribe. Before I leave, one final thing, as I always do each and every video. If you're going to get a pet, please don't go to a breeder, don't go to a store, adopt, rescue. There are so many beautiful, beautiful animals sitting in the pounds and in the shelters, some of them waiting there for years for their forever home. And I promise you, I have been there before. There is no love like the love of an animal that you rescue. They are very perceptive. They know that you saved them, and they will never, ever forget that. Frank Gallo, your favorite contract corporate pilot, signing off.